This is Extreme Outdoors with Rob Carter, driven by Extreme Powersports Columbus and Opelika.
What's up? It's Rob Carter. I'm here with my buddy Powersports Steve. This is Extreme Outdoors, driven by Extreme Powersports Columbus and Extreme Powersports Opelika. Before we get into some nitty-gritty stuff, remember it is riding season. It's beautiful outside. If you're looking for, I don't know, a new on-road machine, we do have a huge selection of motorcycles for you to check out. And another thing to check out, we also have a really nice selection of slingshots. We got this really cool one that I have to talk about before we start the show, Steve, because you know I like color. It's the Polaris Slingshot Signature Edition. It's got this like light blue color that has, it's almost like, I don't, would you say Tiffany blue or sky blue?
Sky blue.
Sky blue-ish, but it's got like gold flake in it. You really need to check this thing out if you're looking for a slingshot, just if you want something that's very unique color-wise. Also, we have all the GTs. We got those in stock as well. It's just perfect time for riding season. And since we're here with riding season, one of the biggest, or one of the, I guess you would say one of the questions we're always asked, okay, I'm getting my side-by-side, my ATV, my dirt bike. What do I do now? Where can I go to ride? I only have a backyard. And Steve, this is what you do. Like you, it's almost like every weekend you got something planned where you and the guys are going out almost. And you do all types of riding or just dirt bikes? Like what types of riding do you normally do?
I mean, anything. Yeah, not as much now with the youngsters at the house that are keeping me busy. But yeah, there's a lot of people that come into this market and they might be looking for a side-by-side, an ATV, or they've seen a friend with one or whatever, and they're just like, one, what do I do with it? I've had that asked. Or where can I go ride? And, you know, we can give you a list of places to go ride your machine. But for example, I was working an event in Opelika, Touch a Truck, a couple years ago. We had a few side-by-sides out there, and one of them was a Maverick, and there was an older gentleman walk by, and he literally looks at me and he goes, what do I do with that? Or what do you do with that? And I'm kind of like, what?
I mean,
but there's a lot of people that have never used this stuff. They've never owned one. They've never been in one. They don't know anybody with one. It's just a different life, right? So kind of, you know, educating the public would probably do us a little good, you know. But I'm kind of like, you know, it's kind of like buying a Jeep, you know. If you don't just drive it to the mall, you can actually take it off-road. You can go ride trails. You can go camping, you know, whatever you want to do. You go play in the mud like everybody in Alabama. So there are a lot of places to ride, and whether you like dirt bikes, 4x4s, you know, utility vehicles, Jeeps, whatever, there are actually a ton of places you can go ride in the state of Alabama, Georgia, etc.
And that's where we're going to be covering mostly, just because that's where we're located in the Chattahoochee Valley, in Georgia and Alabama. So I know you love dirt bikes, and your favorite dirt bike is, let me say, Yamaha YZ, right? Is that your favorite dirt bike?
Probably right now, yep.
All right, so Yamaha YZ. In this area, where, off the top of your head, a couple of places that you would recommend you go try out?
So my favorite place to go dirt bike riding, and for me, I like kind of trail riding, race hare scrambles. I'm not really a supercross, motocross guy. Too old for that. But Highland Park in Cedartown, Georgia, probably my best place to go ride, or my favorite. They got more trails than you can ride in a day. A little bit of everything. If you're not experienced, they have trails that are for the non-experienced as well. And they have trails that are a little more challenging, and they're all rated by diamond. So 1 diamond up to, I think they go up like 6 diamond now. 6 diamond, a little more challenging. You know, somebody who's never ridden a dirt bike does not want to go on a 6 diamond trail. But they have outer perimeter trails that anybody could ride down if you can ride a dirt bike. And then there's a place called The Ridge, which is up around Pelham, Alabama. Really, really good to ride for dirt bikes as well.
So if I'm a father, I just bought my kid his first dirt bike. Which one would you recommend for complete mom first dirt bike? Here's the first place you should go try it. What do you think?
That's a tough one because, okay, you know, first time, okay, how old are the kids, right? So if the kids are riding like a little 50, you know, you're going to be a little more limited on where I would recommend versus, you know, an older kid coming in buying a 125, 250 for his first bike, you know? So it just kind of depends. All of those places I just mentioned, you know, Highland Park or The Ridge, actually, you could take newbies, young, old, whichever. It wouldn't really matter on that. But there's a place, Monster Mountain, you know, it's in Tallahassee, Alabama. If you like the track thing, a lot of grown-ups buy their kids' bikes because they've been into motocross, supercross, or hare scrambles, whatever. They want to get them into racing. Monster Mountain is known as one of the best race facilities around here. Their name was just thrown in the hat actually to potentially host a national here in years to come. They used to have an ATV national there years ago, but it's a very, very good facility. They have trails. They've got the tracks.
They got some pretty nice.
Depends what you want to do.
And they got some pretty nice jumps there too,
They
as
have
well.
very,
If you're advanced, if you want to do some jumps.
I mean, your pro riders can go there in the winter occasionally. You know, I've gone there to practice when it's cold. A lot of Canadians come down and spend all winter here. Honda was there, announced I'm going back 2017, I think it was. Ken Roxon was out there, announced the CRF 450 from Monster Mountain. So, I mean, there's some pretty cool things that they do out there, and you would never know it right here in Tallahassee, Alabama.
Now, let's say you do pick up a Maverick. Let's say you get one of these performance ATVs, not like the Defender or the Ranger, something that's strictly trail riding, going fast. Where do you take that? I know we have Boggin on the Plains that's here.
Yeah, we got Boggin on the Plains right here in Auburn. A little smaller park, but kind of gets your itch if you don't want to go far. From there, I mean, there's a bunch of places. Tops Trails up in Talladega. That's probably, I would say, one of your more popular parks right now. They've got tons and tons and tons of trails that you can go right up there. Stony Lonesome. I mean, there's Indian Mountain. Durhamtown over in Georgia. If we go on that side of the river, Durhamtown's probably literally one of the most famous places in the Southeast. Been around forever. Hold all kind of races and trails. So there's a bunch of places you can go ride these things.
So if I bought my first ATV, I'm just going to keep doing this my first thing just to help. It's because if you're watching this because you're thinking about getting one of these and you're just trying to figure out what the lifestyle is like and you're just trying to ease into it, and let's say I get my first side by side, doesn't matter what size, you can make it up in your head, okay? Where should I break it in at if I don't have any land? Should I do it like if it's around this area, Boggin on the Plains, in a small area like that, just to kind of get the feel for it? Or do you want something way more wide open so you have, a little bit more room to stretch out?
Well, I mean, ultimately for me, I think it comes down to how much time you're going to allow, right? Is it, I want to go spend a couple hours, or am I going to go out for the weekend? Am I going to camp? What are you going to do? So to me, that kind of answers my question, or the question. If I'm going to spend all weekend, I'm going to go somewhere that's got some nicer facilities probably, might have food on the premises, that kind of thing, right?
So let's talk about that. What places has that? All right, I got a family. We got a Winnebago. I got an ATV side by side. Got a dirt bike as well. Got all the kids. Grandkids are going to meet us up there because now I got 3. Just thought everybody. I just had my 3rd one. Got the grandkids showing up.
Grandpa Rob.
I know, that's wild. And I'm 45, about to be 46. Got 3 grandkids. Awesome. So getting all the kids together. We're going out. What do you recommend for that? What park around here? Is there like a state?
All of them will allow you to take the camper or whatever. As far as I'm pretty sure just about all of them I've mentioned anyway will allow the camper. But Tops Trails is kind of cool. It was actually during the last World War, an old ammunition depot up there.
Oh, that's really
cool. So they've actually got old bunkers.
Oh, then that's kind of neat.
You can actually rent the bunker and sleep in the bunker, which is pretty cool. So even in the middle of summer, it's actually really cool temperature-wise. So you're not really hot, which is awesome. I've got friends that have done that. I've never slept in the bunker. I sleep outside the bunker. I don't know, I'm weird, but I won't be in it. But you can take the camper, the RV, spend the weekend. So yeah.
So see, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this lifestyle, with these power sports. It's not just motorcycles. It's not just side-by-sides. There's a giant community, and there's locations all over the Southeast. And you can pick up one of these machines, take them out with your friends, have a good time, and get dirty and have a great time and some amazing experiences.
Yeah, and what you just said about community, you'd be surprised. Once you get into this, you're going to meet people that have side-by-sides. You're going to meet people that have ATVs, motorcycles, dirt bikes, etc. There's a lot of places to ride around here if you're in the know and in the club, right?
Yeah.
Like I've got friends that have, a big piece of land that we can go ride hare scramble type stuff on, but it's not open to the public, right? It's kind of an invite thing. So there's a lot of that stuff around here. And once you get into it, you're going to meet those people and you'll start to get invited to other places. And especially, kind of like just people that just camp, they're going to meet other campers and, hey, we're going here. Let us know if you're down here. You meet people, right? You make new friends and you might meet them in Florida. You might meet them in Tennessee. I mean, never know.
And if you know any places in the comments below, just let us know, hey, you're missing this place, or hey, you're missing this place, or have you thought about this? Now, another thing that's pretty cool is you had a pretty fun experience a few weeks ago with Honda, where you met like a bunch of like big time racers. Can you tell us about that? This was really, really neat.
Yeah, so we've been invited the last few years. This is like kind of our third year, I think, invited to work the Birmingham Supercross with Team HRC, which is pretty awesome. We could take our tent, you know, put our name up, all that kind of stuff, and work kind of the booth beside the team. And the deal is to kind of, you know, interact with the public, you know, raise awareness about Honda and try to sell more Hondas, right? That's the whole idea. So this year we took new 2026 Honda CRF 250 and 450, and we actually had Hunter Lawrence sign the 450, the shrouds, and had Joe Shimoda and Chance Hymas sign the 250. And what we did is we collected basically customer information all day. Said, hey, we're going to give these away at the end of the day. You know, if you want to sign up to win. So it's a way for us to reach out to the customer, right? And say, hey, if there's anything we do for you in the future, you know, let us know. Love to work with you if we can, help you out with anything. And we gave those away at the end of the day. And actually, Hunter won the race that night, so that was all even better, you know. But yeah, it's a good experience, and it's always fun to interact with those guys. And you know, I love racing, I love bikes. That's in my DNA, so to speak. And it's a good time.
So there you have it. This is our latest episode of Extreme Outdoors with me, Rob Carter, and Powersports Steve, letting you know all the fun places to ride. We have the list right here that Steve has got. We'll make sure to get that information on the screen for you. And make sure anything that Steve mentioned, just jump on these places, Facebook, follow those, check out all their, I know Bogging on the Plains. I think
they've all got Facebook pages, so if you're on social media, look them all up. You'll see all the riding pictures, all the park information will be on there. So yeah, do yourself a favor and check it out.
And of course, if you come in and you purchase one of these machines from us, or if you're looking around, talk to our guys and we'll tell you exactly where you can take your machine and have a good time. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, do all the things. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, same thing, let us know in the comments. And if you think there's something cool that we need to cover, tell us that as well. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks.
Now is the perfect time to get outside and ride, and Extreme Powersports Columbus and Opelika has the best selection of motorcycles and power sports in the Chattahoochee Valley to make that happen. Four-wheelers in every size, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, even with AC. Looking for a motorcycle? We got cruisers, sport bikes, and adventure bikes from the brands you want. Looking for three-wheels? Slingshots, Spiders, and Rikers. We even got personal watercraft for the lake. Only at Extreme Powersports Columbus and Opelika.